Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Major Misconduct. Taylor, Keelback, 360winnipeg.ca. We're at Foreplay Sports Bar. It's a wonderful place. And there's lots of sports on the televisions. So come on down and watch the TVs with us and enjoy Foreplay Sports Bar. We talked about money. We talked about huge money going out to Drew Brees. We're talking about the money involved with the National Hockey League. Now we got to talk about the money involved with the NBA.
Money, money, money. Is that all there is?
That's all there is. It's all about hockey because it's about ticket prices. Yeah. And I was going to say the one thing that the NFL has done recently is they've dumped that blackout rule. Now you don't even have to go to the games if you live in the city. If they've sold enough tickets by Tuesday of the week, you're going to see the game on Sunday. So that blackout rule has been eased already, and there was a lot of cities last year that didn't get their home games. Tampa was one of them. What I wanted to throw out there was Jeremy Lin is part of a domino effect. The New York Knicks went after Steve Nash. They didn't get Steve Nash. Steve Nash ended up going to LA. So the Toronto Raptors went after Steve Nash. The Raptors didn't get Nash, so the Raptors immediately went out and got Kyle Lowry from Houston. So now Houston doesn't have a point guard, so Houston has to sign somebody. They make a pitch for Jeremy Lin. So Linsanity has become Linsanity. This was a guy who played 15 or 20 games at a high level last year, got hurt, missed the end of the season, and now because he is a point guard and Houston needs a point guard, he's got a contract that's going to pay him $5 million, $5 million, $14.8 million. Is that insane?
That is totally insane. I mean, this guy's a flash in the pan. He might be a great player. We don't know. But as far as anybody knows, he's a flash in the pan. He came out of nowhere. He got the opportunity to play. He hadn't been good enough in the eyes of other teams. Houston won that had him before. And he winds up in New York, and suddenly he's the toast of Broadway because he has a few good games. And then all of a sudden a little bit of reality set in. His play started to deteriorate a little bit. And then, of course, he got hurt. So the jury really is still out on whether this guy can actually play the game. And I found it interesting that even his teammate, Carmelo Anthony, referred to it as a ridiculous contract. And Carmelo Anthony's making pretty good bucks himself.
Yeah, so he's making huge money.
Yeah, exactly. So even the players know, and every once in a while they'll let it out that
But here's the part that
Jeremy Lin, no, he hasn't proven himself. You gotta be in the league longer and achieve more than he has. You can't just say, hey, I had a great month, pay me $15 million.
But here's the part that drives me crazy. It's about winning, right? Maybe it's about making money. But in Steve Nash's case, he made a decision to go to a team for less money, $3 million a year less, because he wanted to win a championship. There's no championship coming to Toronto anytime soon. But the LA Lakers with Kobe, Andrew Bynum, maybe Pau Gasol, throw Steve Nash into that mix. You've still got crazy Ron Artest or whatever he's going to call himself this week, Meta World Peace. I mean, but the reality is that the Lakers are still a solid club that was probably just a point guard away from being able to go toe-to-toe with Oklahoma City and Dallas and those teams. Now you've got a situation where Jeremy Lin's just going to go to Houston for money, and he's never proved he can play.
And Houston's not going to win anything.
No.
Not in the immediate future anyway. And maybe long term they will. But even where the Nash thing is concerned, the Lakers are getting a little bit long in the tooth, when you look at it overall. I mean,
right, but I like what they've done. I don't have as big a problem with that. Yeah, they're old. The Lakers are old. But they're in remarkable shape. Nobody was hurt last year. I mean, there's little bumps and bruises.
And San Antonio was pretty old last year, too, and they did quite well. So, yeah.
Dallas was old, but one of the problems last year was, remember...
If you work it like Popovich did it in San Antonio, you can have more success. He rested his stars on a regular basis, partly because it was a 66-game, very condensed schedule.
That's right. It was the condensed schedule. Lots of 3 games in 3 nights. You can't expect to win all 3. You got to pace yourself and get through those periods. Anyway, it won't be 66 games and 60 nights this year. There's 68 nights or whatever it was. When we come back, we're going to talk bombers, more bombers than the CFL because there's lots to talk about. This is Major Misconduct, Taylor and Keelback.